We are here in the online designer of a REDcap project with a Roam module enabled. And if I want to annotate a field, I click just edit, enter a search term, and click on the one that I find, and I add it. And in this case, it found it in a minimal data set that is already annotated with LOINC and SNOMED codes. I can check these to make sure that it is the right one. And if I'm happy with my annotation, I just click save, and that's it. Of course, I can also look directly in larger ontologies. I can enable that in the module configuration and say also search in larger ontologies. Here I can also configure my minimal datasets, which should be searched. And these are just standard FHIR questionnaire JSON questionnaires that can be imported and added here easily. Now if I go back to my designer and I want to annotate the field, same as before, I search for a term, and you immediately recognize that it takes a little bit longer, but then it finds not just in my minimal dataset, but also in the SNOMED ontology all the terms that matches body height. But of course, it makes sense to have meaningfully annotated minimal datasets already. That works not just with the fields themselves, but also with choices. So if I have a field with various choices, I can also annotate the individual fields and select here if I want to change that. Now, once I have annotated my data, it is already part of the data dictionary that is exported when I save my REDcap dataset. And it can be used, for example, in R, we provide an example R function that takes these annotations from various projects or datasets and harmonizes the data according to these annotations. But you can also stay within REDcap and at first search across projects. For example, all projects in this REDcap instance that contain the height variable, and I immediately see not just the project but also contact data and the fields, how they are named within the project. And I see here in one project it's named with the German term Größe and in height _cm. It all doesn't matter because I now search the standard annotations. And of course I can combine that, for example, search for all the projects that contain a height and an email address. So much for now. We would be happy if you check out the project and give us feedback. Goodbye.